What's up, Jackalites and Shark heads? Welcome to Jackal and the Shark, episode 25. I think it's 25. Pretty sure it's 25.
All right.
I'm Jackal. Today I'm joined by the leader of the Southside Serpents, the Shark.
Which should be the Southside Sharks.
I didn't have a lot of time to come up with one today.
That'd be pretty cool.
I
Yes. Wear my Southside Serpent shirt. Got a rep for that. What's that? Oh, the Riverdale. Yeah, I don't know. We're looking pretty loud on the recording here. Maybe I won't have to compress it after.
That's good. I feel like we should have played with it before now.
Yeah.
A little more comfortable.
Yeah. I mean, now I know what some of the stuff does.
Yeah.
It's just if I start yelling, I'm probably going to start clapping. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool.
All right, over the last week, I've finished watching the Ted Bundy tapes on Netflix. Overall, I'd say it was pretty boring. It was a pretty boring series. It was a 4-episode documentary, including a bunch of, not footage, just a bunch of audio from Ted Bundy himself. But in these tapes, all the recordings were recorded by a pair of investigative journalists, we'll say, or just reporters. And Ted Bundy had no intention of telling them any truths. And they thought they were getting creative and saying, "Oh, let's get him to talk in the third person. That way he can tell us what he thinks the person who did these crimes would do," as if he was going to admit to anything.
I thought he talked in the third person so as not to confuse people about...
Not in this case.
Oh, okay.
Because
I didn't watch them.
Yeah, they tried to trick him to say, well, if you're not guilty of these crimes, what do you think? Tell us about what you think the murderer is like, what his next steps are, that kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
From like a psychological perspective. Turns out, a lot of the stuff he said was bullshit. A couple of the witnesses said, nope, he's lying. Because he said, oh, I was really good in academics, and I was an athlete. And this lady in the documentary is like, nope, none of that was true. He was just a mediocre at everything. He was like a mediocre law student.
Yeah, I heard that he got accepted in some sort of master's law program. And then when he got there, he realized, oh shit, these people are way smarter than I am. And it bummed him out.
Does that drive you to kill?
Clearly drove him to kill.
I'm trying to figure out what were his motivations besides... I guess in the documentary, his first real girlfriend, she was kind of an affluent girl, and then she couldn't do a long distance relationship, and I guess he would kind of held that against her.
When was his first girlfriend? Because
that's rando.
I said when, not who.
Oh, when? Oh, before he started murdering people.
Okay, because I heard that he could have started killing people as early as 14.
What?
I read up on this earlier, unfortunately. Whoa. But yeah, I heard that they could be up as early as 14.
Well, early in the documentary, they do mention that he liked to make tiger traps as a child in the woods. And I guess one girl got hurt from one of these traps.
Gotcha.
It always starts with kids in the woods with either already dead animals, or they kill the animals and play with their bodies. Seems like that's a very prominent thing in the serial killer community.
I don't know a ton about the serial killer community.
Well, you're missing out. You gotta know these people so you can avoid these people.
Right.
One time, my friend, we were probably 12 or 13. We had a pellet gun, like a BB gun, but it had the sharp pellets in it.
Yeah.
And he shot a bird. And I feel like he shot it on purpose, too.
Probably.
I was very upset about it. The bird fell on the ground. It was still alive, but suffering. And I said, shoot it again and end this. And then we buried it. So, I don't know if that's any indicator that I'm not a serial killer.
I don't think you are. The day those two birds hit the studio window, you
yeah.
You were freaking out.
All right. So I'm talking to Sparkle after watching the Ted Bundy stuff. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's get into this.
Okay.
And we were asking each other, could you kill somebody? And So in this case, there was two birds that collided into the front door at the studio.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
And we ran out there. We took care of them. We nursed them back to health.
Give them water.
Give them water. We spread it all over their wings.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we thought they were dead.
They should have been. But yeah, I was pretty upset about that.
Yeah, you were freaking out there for a second.
But
you're like, what are we gonna do? I don't know. I can't drop a rock on them. I can't do it.
Oh, fuck that. No. But the thing is, animals and humans are completely different animals. Like, those birds didn't deserve to die.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm not sure any human is worthy of living. Because, like the Black Lives Matter. Does that mean they deserve
to die?
Yeah. So, what Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, no. All lives matter. I'm more along the lines of no lives matter. Yeah.
So we should all just not be here.
Kind of.
The world shouldn't exist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the world will exist without us. I think the world will be better off without us.
So it'll just be a world with nothing.
Without humans. And we'll still have deer and electric eels and jackals and sharks.
But how would we know if it's better without us if we're not here?
Because we're not here to pollute. They're innocent. They're pure. Right? That's the circle of life. We have come through and we're kind of mismanaging that circle of life in our own way. So, sorry to get back on topic with serial killers. Sparkle asked me, could you do it? And I said, yes. It's not a matter of could I do it or could I get away with it. The question is... Are we talking about
killing people like in a serial killer sense or just killing somebody in general? Like, what's the reason for killing somebody here?
In my case, like what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like...
Or just in general, why should
what are you talking about? Like, did she ask? She asked,
could you kill someone?
Okay, right. Gotcha. Yeah, okay.
And let's say not even serial killer. Like, let's say, could you murder somebody? Okay. And in my case, I said, it's not that I couldn't get away with it. It's not that I couldn't do it. It's could I live with myself after the fact? So I would like to pose that question to you. Could you kill somebody? Do you think you would get away with it? And could you live with yourself after the fact? And it can be any scenario you want.
Okay, so I couldn't kill somebody just because.
Right.
But like somebody hurt, like somebody I cared about, like wife, kids, something like that. Oh yeah, I feel like the rage would take over and I could easily, take a life.
We're talking murder.
And that, I mean, I'd probably get caught for that because I'd make it very hard. But,
yeah.
And I could live with that, But if I were to just kill somebody just to kill somebody, like, I'd get caught and, yeah, I would not be able to live with that.
Let me pose a rough question for you.
Okay.
What's the least someone would have to do for you to kill them?
The least?
Yeah. Because when I was talking to Sparkle, I'm like, if I had to kill somebody, I would just drive around long enough until someone pissed me off enough in traffic. Then I would follow them and murder them.
Oh, I never get that. I would never do that. I mean, I hope sometimes I say out loud, I hope you.
Oh yeah,
die
I hope you die
along the way.
Yeah,
but
like drive off a cliff.
I'm not going to be the one to do it.
Yeah. So what's the least someone would have to do? Like break into your house?
Probably, yeah. If
But I
someone
mean,
broke my
they
house,
break in, they don't take anything, they don't injure anybody.
they don't care. They're breaking into my house. They're putting me in jeopardy and my family in jeopardy. Like, yeah.
You have no idea of their intentions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's a thought, though. I've always thought about this, though. I'm like, and I don't know what this means, but like, or says about me, but I always go first to, I want to like make them suffer before I kill them. I want to, I'm like, okay, I'm going to like shoot you in the kneecaps and paralyze you, or I'm going to like shoot your dick off.
Oh, wow.
And like make you like regret this.
See, that's the thing. All right. See, I like where you're going with this. Because it's not so much like why I would want to kill somebody in traffic. It's not so much to kill somebody because I need to get it out of my system. It's to teach a lesson.
Yeah.
Right? So if someone breaks in your house, you don't kill them, right? You just shoot them somewhere where they'll always remember.
Exactly.
And it's like, yeah, now I won't break into anyone else's house because I lost my dick last time.
What's next? Lose my butthole?
Ew.
Or get a new butthole?
Ew. Yeah, I think that's an easy one, but I answered it for you. What's another one?
What do you mean, what's another one?
So, like, someone broke into your house, right? So, okay, then you kill them.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything less than that?
I mean, no. I mean, if someone, like, was trying to, like, physically hurt me,
Yeah.
I could probably, in self-defense.
Yeah, it'd
kill
be more of
somebody.
an accidental death, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh, I didn't mean, like, you punch somebody, you knock them out, they hit their head,
Yeah.
then they die from head trauma or something. It's like, I didn't intend to kill
Like,
them,
it's
I
one of
just
those
wanted to
fluke
punch them in the
things,
face.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's probably the least I could ever do to kill somebody right there. Yeah. What I was thinking about is if, like, someone hurt my family. That's, like, my mindset.
Have you ever, like, played it through? Like, do you think about killing people ever?
Rarely.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm going to say you're not as dark as some other people in the studio.
There's a couple who are pretty dark here.
Because I'm thinking, well, okay, let's say someone broke into your house. Maybe they broke into, like, one of the girls' rooms
Mm-hmm.
and they were creeping. Okay. You kill them, let's say with a firearm.
Yep.
You kill them. Now you're thinking 2 years down the road, would you feel anything? Like any kind of regret? Let's say you got imprisoned because of it. Because it wasn't necessarily self-defense and we're not in a state, what's it called? Is it stand your ground or
something like that. Are we not in a stand your ground state?
I don't think
I
we
thought
are.
if someone entered your home, like you.
Nope. One of my mom's old friends is in prison right now for killing his roommate, whom he thought was breaking in. But I don't know if that was like a premeditated murder, so I'm not so sure about that case.
Gotcha.
But I'm pretty sure it's not a stand your ground kind of. What the hell is it called? It's like King of the Castle or something.
I don't know.
Oh, the Castle Doctrine.
I have no idea.
Castle Doctrine. Yeah, so in some states, like I think Florida and Texas, if someone breaks into your house, you have the right to kill them. You can shoot them right there on the spot. But if you're in Colorado, you have to tell the cops that you were in fear for your life. And then that's
Gotcha.
kind of like your get out of jail free card
Yeah.
in that case.
Make my day law.
Make my day
Yeah.
law. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry, that's more guns than anything, but
Well,
Yeah.
what is
It
that
says-
about?
Colorado's Make My Day law gives gun owners the right to shoot and kill an intruder in self-defense if they believe the person intends to commit a crime and use physical force.
Right.
No matter how slight under the law, fists can be deemed deadly weapons that justify shooting.
Really? That's in Colorado?
Yeah, that's in Colorado.
shit.
So I think, if it's like
Hey.
someone enters your house, you can be like, oh, I thought he was going to punch me.
Yeah, but you have to say that.
Yeah.
And you don't say you thought, say you felt.
Yeah, okay.
I've been told that by my friends. My friend who was told by his girlfriend at the time, who was told by her brother, who was a cop.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you have to talk about your feelings.
Feelings.
Because they can't prove your feelings wrong in court. I felt like he was going to kill me. So I killed him first.
Okay.
Boom! Murder!
But yeah, back to your original question.
Yeah, go for it.
I wouldn't feel regret over killing whoever it was.
Okay.
If I was in prison, I'd probably feel a little regret for being in prison.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like,
You did what you
protected
had to
my
do.
family, so
I would just
It
be
wouldn't-
pissed at the justice system at that point.
yeah, right?
Like, he was trying to hurt my children. Oops.
Seriously, you could have been like trying to take them into sex trafficking or
Yes.
something.
Like, they should pay me for taking him out. I should get a tax break.
Seriously, they should amend the Constitution. Be like, oh, you did the community a service. Yeah, you're good. You're fine. Like,
here's your $20 tax credit. Here's your what do they call it? I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
But yeah.
Yeah, murder. So they don't even know how many people Ted Bundy actually killed.
I read it was around, could be as many as 50.
Well, check this out.
I know he confessed to at least 30.
At least 30. One FBI agent was interviewing him. He said, "We have you marked here for about 36." He said, "Add one digit to that, and you've got it."
Jesus.
But I don't know if that's just him trying to be an egomaniac.
Yeah.
Because now they're saying the most accurate, and he admitted again later to a different reporter, the most accurate number was 35. So there's been 20 identified, I believe.
Yeah.
The rest are unidentified. And for the longest time, I had him confused with Jeffrey Dahmer.
Ah, yeah.
Who is
totally different.
Totally different. Ugh. In an equally terrible way. And what's so weird is, I guess both of these guys, Jeffrey Dahmer and Ted Bundy, they would lure people in with their swagger. I guess they were both very charming people.
Really?
Which really helped you get away with that kind of shit.
So I heard that Bundy usually used like some sort of like fake injury.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
And that's how he got them.
But, I guess more so how he got away with it for so long.
Okay, yeah.
Because people are like, oh, he's just a normal guy.
Yeah.
Like, what? He had great friends. He was a great kid. Weird.
Yeah, disturbing.
But yeah, but in that documentary, one of the sheriffs or something, he said, it was like at his execution, like outside, pre-execution, he was doing an interview. He says, he was a wimp. Who sneaks up on women? Who sneaks up behind women and, attacks them?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay. It's a whole different story. Because like Dahmer, I guess he would drug his victims. Because they were usually gay men.
Yeah.
That he would lure back to his apartment. And he would drug them because I'm pretty sure they would fight back, kick his ass.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for the new Zac Efron movie?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I forget.
I pulled it up here. Let me grab that. It is called... Ooh, at least it has a decent title. Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Evil, and Vile. What did you think of the trailer?
Mostly I just want to know why the fuck we're making a movie about it.
That's a good question.
Seriously, this guy doesn't deserve to be remembered or be, immortalized in film. Like, no. Why the fuck are we making a movie about it? That was really all I thought. I'm like...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When he was in prison, he would watch all the news about himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he would save newspaper clippings with him in it. Because he's an egomaniac.
Yeah.
If he were alive right now, he'd be fucking...
He'd be so happy?
He would be elated.
Seriously, we don't want to, glorify gunmen anymore, but we'll glorify, a mass serial killer. Even if it is, 20 years later, but still, no.
Yeah. And what sucks, though, is... they picked Zac Efron.
Yeah.
And Little Zachy F.
I kind of think lesser of Zac Efron now.
Really?
I love Zac Efron, but now I'm like, why?
They said, or someone online said, a better fit would have been the taller guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Did you ever watch that show?
Every once in a while. But I think I know what you're talking about.
Like the tall, skinny guy?
Yeah.
I thought that would be better. Because Zac Efron's too likable.
Yeah, but I guess he's also very charismatic.
Yeah.
And so he can play that side of Bundy fairly well. But still, yeah. I'm like,
the trailer was way too upbeat.
And I don't know if it's because maybe he feels labeled as, the hot action comedy guy now.
Oh, yeah.
And he wants to be seen as a more serious actor. But still, I'll be like, it's not the role to do that.
Let's not have you star in some popcorn summer release about Ted fucking Bundy.
Yeah.
Come on, little Zachy boy. Come on, Zachy boy. Where was he from? Was that High School Musical?
He was in High School Musical.
Poor kid.
Yeah.
Poor kid. I did like him in Neighbors.
He was good in Neighbors.
Him and James Franco's little brother, Dave.
Dave Franco.
Yeah. He's like, you're upsetting Jinxie Cat. That show's the best. Still never saw the second Neighbors.
I haven't either.
Were they in it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They were like consultants, right? Because they got like some new sorority.
Yeah, I think they brought him in to help get the sorority out or something. Yeah, but I never watched the second Neighbors.
Did you ever watch Baywatch?
I did watch Baywatch.
You did? How was it?
It's okay. It's not great.
Buh.
Not as good as I thought it was going to be.
Really? Because I have really low expectations.
Which is a bummer because, you know, The Rock and Zac Efron, like...
Together at last.
Throw Hugh Jackman in there and be like, oh my God. I would just come right there.
Get out. You didn't even mention Tom Cruise in that whole thing.
I don't fucking like Tom Cruise.
I don't like Tom Cruise because I have my period.
He's a weird-ass silent Scientologist, so...
Hey, we don't know what The Rock does behind cosed doors. Maybe he's an internet Scientologist.
I don't think it's Scientology.
He's an etologist. So it kind of makes you wonder. Because he got away with it, and Ted Bundy, sorry, not The Rock. Ted Bundy got away with it for so long. His neighbors didn't know about it. I guess he had some severed heads in his apartment.
Yeah, for a while.
And he had girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
With children.
And apparently one of his girlfriends, when he was living in like Washington, he would have things that he couldn't explain or like she didn't understand, and it was things like women's clothes or like
keys
or like weird shit. But she never thought she never really thought anything of it.
Yeah, I think that might have been the same girl.
Here's my biggest thing. Like, this is the same girl who once he moved to Colorado it might have been Salt Lake. It was either Colorado or Utah. He was living there, and she called the police department where he's living 3 times to be like, I suspect that he's like involved in all these killings. Yet he would go back there and spend like weekends with her. I'm like, so you're trying to like get this guy arrested, but yet you're spending time like what? Like,
whoa. Unless she's trying to avoid being a victim herself.
Maybe, but still, it's just super weird.
Holy shit. In the documentary series on Netflix, it might have been that same lady. They were at the beach and he pushed her under the water and like held her under it for a little bit. And then he let her up to take a breath and then he pushed her back under. And she thought to herself, he's trying to kill me. And then she stuck around.
Right.
Like, if you actually have any fear that someone's trying to murder you, you get the fuck out. That's rule number 1 of a successful relationship.
Well, apparently, like, he stole everything he ever had. Like, TVs, you know, cars. He stole everything. He didn't pay for anything. And one time, like, she questioned him, and he was like, said something like, if you ever fucking tell anybody, I'll kill you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good way to get somebody from not telling on you.
Yeah.
You call the cops, I'll fucking kill you.
I also read that at one point when he got arrested, I don't know if he got arrested, but the cops searched his apartment.
Okay.
And he had actual pictures of like all his victims.
Motherfucker.
And they missed it.
Speaking of missing it. Let me go back to Dahmer.
Okay.
This is the story as I remember it. I didn't research it, so my facts may be a little bit off. He had a victim in his apartment, whom I guess he drugged. Maybe it was a kid, younger than 15 years old. I'm thinking 12, 13. Very broken English. He was a young Asian boy.
Mm-hmm.
The kid escapes his apartment, Dahmer's apartment.
Mm-hmm. I think I've heard the story. You told me the story, maybe.
Running down the street. I guess he finds a couple of women. He tries to say like, "Hey, I need help." Again, very broken English. And I'm pretty sure a policeman got involved at some point. Dahmer comes down the road and he says, "Oh, this is my friend's cousin," or "This is my friend. This is my roommate."
Yeah.
Something like that. And the cop releases the kid back into his custody.
I've heard this, yeah.
Takes him back to his apartment and murders him. Right there, they could have had him.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they eventually figured it out because they smelled something coming out of his apartment. And I'm pretty sure it was decomposing bodies.
Yeah.
And then they found all of his pictures. of his victims. However, I'm pretty sure the pictures of his victims were post-mortem.
Gotcha.
Whereas Bundy's may have been pre-murder? Is that true?
Yeah, I don't know. Like
I
right
don't
after.
know.
Yeah, I don't know.
The signs are there.
Yeah.
And if someone calls and says, hey, I'm pretty sure that my boyfriend is a serial killer, you get your ass out there and you investigate.
Yeah. I guess back then it was really hard because they didn't have all that forensic evidence and all the technology they have now.
They didn't have the internet. They barely had fax machines. They didn't have interstate communications between the police departments. Can you believe that? So you kill somebody in Washington, bounce out to the next state over. You're in a different jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're invisible. That's how you do it. That's how you get away with murder. Back in 1970...
74.
Yeah. How do you kill somebody when you're 14?
I don't know. They didn't go back that far, or he didn't admit to that far back.
I'm thinking if he has over 100 victims, how? You would think, I don't know. Maybe, okay, hold on. Either I'm thinking the world is smaller than it is, so you would think you would go like every few miles you'd find a dead body.
Yeah.
In this case. Oh, hey, here's a show. What's it called? Mindhunter. It's about the formation of the FBI criminal profiling department.
Okay.
And they go and it's a show on Netflix.
Yeah.
A Netflix original. It's not a documentary, but it's based on true stuff. They go and they not investigate. They go and they interview a bunch of different serial killers at the time. And I guess one of them said, one of the serial killers, because he was very interested in other killers, he said there's probably as much as like 30 to 50 serial killers active in the U.S. at the time that he thought.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you got to think 30 serial killers. Let's say each of them has, what, 20 victims? That's 600 dead bodies.
Yeah.
That's nuts. But I guess we don't know how the time frame there. It could be, I have 20 bodies over 20 years.
Yeah.
I watched a court proceeding of the BTK killer. Do you remember that guy at all?
Kind of, not a lot.
So BTK stands for Bind, Torture, Kill. And he's actually shown a little bit in that Mindhunter show.
Gotcha.
Not being interviewed, but him on his active spree.
Mm-hmm.
So the first season, every other episode would show a little bit of him preparing for a murder.
Gotcha.
But you don't actually watch any murders happen yet.
That's good.
But I watched a court proceeding where he explained all of his crimes after he got caught. And he looks like a normal dude.
They all do, really.
Which they all fucking do. Damn it. It's the pedophiles you can fucking see from a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
But serial killers blend in. That's how they get away with it.
Things that they know they have to.
Yeah.
So like to seem normal. No one will suspect anything.
Well, and so he's explaining all of his murders, and he's actually saying the victims' names. Like, oh, yeah, and then I went to Mrs. Lopez's house, and her husband were there, and then I pulled my gun, I told them to lay on the bed, and I put a paper or a plastic bag over their heads, and I suffocated them to death. How? What? This is a sentence that's coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, like it's nothing.
Yeah, and it's not like they're complete mental cases where they're like, fuck the police, I'll never talk, freaking out. They're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, and then he had a briefcase of all of his, murder stuff, and it was called, his kill case or something. His hit bag, hit case? I don't know, but it's like these guys get off on it.
Well, they do. Yeah.
on getting caught. Because the other guy in the Mindhunter show, he killed some people. He even decapitated his own mother. And then had sex with her head. Okay? And then after he's done killing all these people, he bounces. He goes to Colorado, I think. And eventually, he didn't think anyone was going to come get him, so he turned himself in. And I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, why would he do that?
Yeah.
And he said he wanted recognition for the murders. He wants to make sure that he's known for being that he was the co-ed killer. He wanted to be known for killing all those people. Like the BTK killer, he sent some kind of cryptic message on a 3.5-inch floppy drive to the police or the FBI, and they were able to find an old document on that not a flash drive,
That floppy,
the floppy disk, and that went right back to him. And it's like, did he do that on purpose? I actually don't think so. He just wasn't aware of their capabilities on an old floppy disk.
Yeah.
But if he hadn't sent that shit, guess what? Never would have been caught. If homeboy who took off the co-ed killer, if he hadn't turned himself in, probably wouldn't have been caught.
Yeah.
Boom.
Some fucked up people out there.
So it's like, how easy is it to kill somebody and get away with it? Especially these days. As long as there's blood and semen at the crime scene, you probably get caught.
Yep.
Oh, Sparkle asked me, she's like, well, what if you left DNA at the crime scene? And I said, well, my DNA is not in the system. So what are they going to do? But who knows? Maybe Samsung sold them my fingerprints. Google sold them my fingerprints. My phone probably took my DNA, sent it to their crime labs. 23andMe, you know what that is? That's not genealogy. That's to get your fucking DNA on record. Hey,
it's not bad.
I figured that shit out.
I could see that. I could totally see that.
Me too. I bet they're bad. I would put.
Oh, I guarantee that they're like, it's either the government set it up or the government is paying them big time bucks to get their hands on that DNA too. Yeah.
They know everything about you. They know you're some German. You're German, right?
I don't think I might be a little German.
What your fucking name is the most German shit I ever heard. Jackal. It's like Jackal. Jackal.
That sounds more.
Nein. Jackal Schmidt. Jackalheimer. No. So who's your favorite serial killer?
I don't know a lot of serial killers actually.
What the hell? I told you you're supposed to know these people so you can avoid them. Do you know anybody that you would suspect of being a serial killer?
There's just one guy I work with. Like, he's kind of normal, but I could tell.
I don't want to say his name. Is he an iron mongoose of sorts?
No.
No.
He's a taller guy.
Taller? Oh, I guess the other guy is a little Wait, who's taller? Out of those guys. Because I know it's not me.
He's got slicked back hair.
Slicked back or slicked to the side?
Slicked to the side and back, kind of, you know.
Oh, fuck. All right, let's get a profile of this guy. Tell me more.
He really likes heavy metal music.
Heavy metal or like death metal?
Death metal, yeah.
Okay.
Death metal.
All right.
He eats Wendy's every day.
Every day?
Every day.
You swear?
I swear.
Even when he had Raising Cane's yesterday?
Almost every day he eats Wendy's. Unless someone offers to buy him something else. Then
you're fucking up the profile here. The FBI is they're out of order right now. Do you think I could kill somebody? Do you think I could be a serial killer?
No.
I think you could be.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah.
Maybe I already am.
I'm not.
I'm not. I just want to throw that out there already.
Why? You think someone's gonna turn you in? Hey, he said he's a serial killer on his entertainment podcast.
There's 2 listeners.
And his name is Jackal. You hear that, FBI? And they're like, oh, okay, we're gonna build a profile. Oh, his name is he goes by the obvious codename the Jackal. That must be because he viciously tears the flesh off his victims. Is that what you're into? You murderer.
You sick son of a bitch.
You sick, disgusting murderer. Yeah. Could you... no. I was going to say... Because Ted Bundy killed women. So I'm like, man, you really are a piece of shit.
I've actually never thought about killing women. Every time I think about somebody breaking in or like... It's always a guy.
Yeah. And so in my case, it's always a bigger guy. Because it's like, why would you break into my house if you were smaller than me? Like, you're going to get destroyed. Like, Sparkle's going to get out of bed. And she's pissed that you even woke her up.
A roundhouse kick you to the face. Straight to hell.
Lady Jackal fucking jumps on him, starts fucking tearing his throat out.
Oh, she would. Yeah, she would. She would kill somebody.
Yeah. Especially with the girls in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You get that motherly
their
instinct.
fucking heart out.
Oh, yeah. Right through the fucking
feed it to them.
sternum.
Then punt it across the room and like hold their head while they watched. It's good.
It's good.
3 points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's never a woman.
Yeah.
So if a woman broke in, I'd probably just grab her by the back of the neck and say, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, I just overpower a woman,
yeah.
You know? Like,
what if she's really tough?
Still be take her, I think.
What if she suspects you of murdering her daughter?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, so check this shit out. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
What if her motherly instinct kicks in? She rips your heart out, even though she broke into your house because she thinks you murdered her family.
But she's in my house.
Yeah.
She's not protecting anybody in my house.
But you killed her daughter.
But I didn't.
Yeah, but she thinks you did. But she still has that motherly instinct where she rips your heart out through your sternum and punts it across the room. You gotta watch out for that shit. I'd be like, whoa, are you a man or a woman? She's like, I'm a woman. I'm like, what's your business here?
Are you gonna rip my heart out?
And she's like, well, I am a woman. Oh.
Well, if you do, just don't punt it across the room, okay?
Yeah. Gently set it to the side.
Yeah.
No one wants to clean
Maybe
that
put
up.
it on some ice.
Yeah, so they can reattach it later when you leave. Yeah, it's never a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's very toxic of you. That's the most toxic shit I ever heard, you toxic murderer. You don't like being painted in this light, do you?
Not really, no.
No. When I said like you murdered her daughter, that hurt you.
Yeah.
These are all hypotheticals. FBI, did you hear that? He admitted it. I don't think I could stab somebody.
That'd be, yeah. It'd be really weird.
I just wouldn't want to feel.
We used to have to give like an IV to one of our cats like every night.
Oh.
I couldn't even do that because I was like, I just can't take the feeling of like putting the needle in.
Yeah.
So yeah, stabbing's a whole other thing. Unless it's like a last resort, you know?
Yeah, seriously. And you know how like some murders, they'll like, there's like 128 stab wounds?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, maybe 3. And I'm like, okay, that's probably good. Because, I mean, it would take a lot to get you to stab somebody. How do you stab somebody 100-something times?
It's when you have no soul, no moral compass. You're just like,
Those are usually the passion-driven murders.
Yeah.
Messed up, bro.
Did you ever beat somebody to death?
See, it would be on accident in that case. Like, if I had any inclination to actually murder somebody, like, premeditated, I wouldn't beat them to death. That would definitely be an in-the-moment, it would not be premeditated in any way. It would just be like, you dumbass, you're stupid, you're in my face, now it's time to get rocked. Yeah. But it would definitely be an accident. Because I watch a lot of fight videos online.
Mm-hmm.
And just some people do not stop. Like, you just see someone on the ground, they're knocked out, and they just keep like, kind of pounding on their face. I'm just like, I couldn't do that. That would just make me sick. Like, it makes me sick to think about.
Yeah.
So, no. Could you?
I don't know.
I mean,
if it was in like in a moment of rage, yeah.
Right.
Definitely. But
would it be on purpose with the intent to kill them?
If I had enough rage in me, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. poison is a pussy way to
I'm
go.
about to say the same thing. Yeah.
They say it's a woman's weapon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't stab somebody, couldn't poison them. Strangulation, not
I don't
into
think
it.
so.
Want to hear a real fucked up story?
Maybe.
Oh god, it's terrible. All right, there's a website out there called 4chan. It's a meeting of a bunch of depraved people, bunch of incels, bunch of neckbeards,
Gotcha.
anime fans.
So Andrew Luck goes there.
Well, it's about to get real somber in here, so watch out. A guy broke into a woman's apartment or her house, and he posted photos of a woman that he was strangling. And I'm pretty sure it was like as it was happening, if it wasn't just immediately after.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling about it on a website, like in real time. And he's saying, man, she was a fighter. Like, it took me so many minutes to finally get her to die. And then he posted pictures of her and stuff. And it's just, like, to this day, I'm just haunted by it.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
And the worst part was he's like, okay, well, I think her kid's going to come home soon, so I'm going to get out of here. And he's going to find her body.
Jesus.
He's like, her 13-year-old son's about to come home. How are you that much of a fucking piece of shit? God.
Yeah.
And it's like he's bragging about it online, and it's like, it's not like you attacked some large guy. It's not like you attacked a large woman even. You broke into some woman's house where she's completely unarmed and unsuspecting, and you think you're cool for being able to murder her?
Yeah. No, it's fucked up.
I think he might have committed suicide later.
Hopefully.
After that. We can only hope. Bundy got the death penalty.
Yeah, I know. He took forever to actually carry it out.
Yeah.
10 years, I think, or something like that.
And he only confessed like 2 days prior. Because he was trying to say...
I know he was like trying to...
prolong it.
Like, I'll tell you where all the bodies are if you let me live. But they were like, fuck it, no.
Nope. We will not play your game.
Yeah.
You gonna die, boy. He told an FBI agent prior to his execution, he's like, I'm not going to let them kill me. He's like, I could stab myself right now and bleed out before anyone had a chance to save me. But he didn't do it.
Good.
Because at the end of the day, he's just a pussy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They all are.
They all are.
They're all fucked up pussies.
Yep. And what's weird in Bundy's case, usually it seems like you blame it on the mother. Or I guess from like abuse.
But he wasn't abused.
It really didn't sound like it.
I don't know. I saw an interview where like his last interview, did he ever get, like literally the day before he was executed, he gave an interview and he's saying, grew up in a very normal family, went to church, you know, school, no, they were like great parents, there's no fighting, no abuse in the house. So.
Well, in the documentary, they did allege. So check this out. He was born illegitimately. His mother tried to give him away in Vermont, where he was born. She moved to Washington, and I guess her dad said, no, go get him. And apparently his grandpa, so his mom's dad, was abusive.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much of that is accurate, but that's what they alleged.
Gotcha.
How does that turn you into a serial killer? Your grandpa smacks you around? That's just weird. It's almost like, are you born to be a serial killer? Like, is there just something in your brain that's just...
apparently he liked the idea of possessing everything.
Oh.
And so, like, you know, you kill somebody, like, you literally possess, like, their life. And, like, yeah.
It's a power thing.
Yeah.
It's usually from the weakest. Like, well, I need to prove that I'm powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you go deadlift something? And not human bodies.
Yeah. Like weights.
Yeah.
Like barbells.
Yeah. Go squat, a couple plates. Then we'll think you're powerful. You know what? Yeah, you don't ever see like big dudes as serial killers. They're these little wimps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh. Hey. Maybe going to the gym is the right medicine.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit triceps super hard tonight so I don't kill anybody.
I'm still recovering from my pinched nerve in the back.
You know what they say about pinched nerves?
I don't want to know.
It's the first step to becoming a serial killer.
Who says that?
I read that in an FBI book.
Oh, really? What FBI book?
It was called Why Jackal's a Murderer.
Who wrote it?
I don't know, some FBI, I guess.
What's his name?
Tom Collins. His name was Frederick Benson Ingersoll, a.k.a. FBI.
Yeah.
Classic Frederick Benson Ingersoll every time. Man, he's such a thorough author. He's the first person to find the connection between pinched nerves and being a serial killer. Isn't that amazing?
That's quite astonishing. Yeah.
I think we'll put you on a watch list.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on my watch list. I'm going to watch you every day. In between my murders, I'm going to watch you to make sure you're not doing it. Yeah. All right. Throw me some words of wisdom about how to not be a serial killer.
Just don't do it. Have a heart.
That's so hard. Have a heart. And punt it across the room. Goal. Have a heart. Get out of here with that sappy bullshit. Don't pinch your nerves. Use proper form when lifting.
And shoveling. Definitely use proper form when shoveling.
Good call.
Yeah. There's a lot of bending, lifting, twisting.
The key with shoveling is to work smarter, not harder. So do as little as possible.
And how do you do that?
Fucking find it. See, I just stand there and I push it.
Yeah, but eventually, it gets
It
so
builds
hard,
up.
you have to, pick it up. And, you can only push it so far before there's too much snow to go any further. Especially when you have, 10 inches.
Then you just go for it. You got to risk it. It's like
what I do is I make one line along the grass side of the sidewalk.
Okay.
And I'll push it and throw it in the grass.
Yeah.
Then I'll go back and I'll push the rest into the street.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my routine when I shovel.
All in hopes to not kill somebody.
Exactly.
Who knows? All right, let's see. What's mine? Pick on someone your own size. If you think you want to go be powerful, go fight someone that you think you can't take. And if you could take them, then you're powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go around causing bar fights.
Yeah, don't be reasonable.
Yeah, don't go sneak up on women. Come hang out with Jackal and The Shark. You try to take us. And we'll prove you wrong. And then we're going to deadlift your dead body.
We'll break some kneecaps.
Yeah, and shoot your dick off.
Then punch your heart across the room.
Yeah. We'll save that for the ladies.
Okay.
But I wanted to kick it. No, it's my turn. I wonder how many left lane drivers have caused serial killers. Huh. Well, that's the questionable pose.
We'll do a study.
I'm going to do first-hand research on this. All right, kids. Don't kill anybody. Or don't kill multiple people.
Don't kill anybody.
Yeah, unless they have it coming. Unless they break in your house.
Yeah.
All right, but remember, the left lane is for passing. Bye.
Deuces.